Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is episode 2 of the book. So I did some few changes, especially to the colors of the pages and how it's gonna be in my book right here. I'm gonna connect this and we're gonna start. So each chapter, quick things on how it's also gonna be. Each chapter is like a section. I didn't even do the channel in my usual intro. Okay, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today is episode 2 of There's No Good in Humanity, the book that I'm making. So as I was saying, each chapter is gonna be like a section, you know, like one of the sections about stories, the other is about quotes, or the other good news, and so on. And each of them it's gonna have a symbol and I'm gonna draw it. Chapter 1 is gonna be stories and it's gonna be leaves. The symbol is gonna be leaves. You're just gonna see it in a few seconds, just wait. So yeah. So these are the changes I made. Changed the color. This thing is still the same, but here, chapter 1 stories. A collection of moments that remind us how powerful this and hope can be. Okay, so let me just add this. I don't know why I didn't do that. Oh my god. I think oh, you know how long it took me just to okay, good. And now if I just be like this, I'm debating whether to put it like this or like this. Okay, it was originally meant to be like this, and okay, you know, this is way more beautiful, to be honest. Okay, now I don't know. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, it's not going. I'm tapping some button. Okay, right now it was not moving for like a few seconds. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. Wait. Okay, and go here. Wait, no, not like that, but still in the middle. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I've faced so many problems just because of this. Okay, and I still don't know whether I went here and then went to image options, and that's where I got it from. So this. You know what? I have an idea. Okay, is this good? I'm gonna say it is. At least it saves us some trouble, you know? Okay, this is gonna be the first page. I forgot to look tutorials on how to put page numbers in Google Docs. Wanna do it with me? Guys, all this time that I was in Google Docs and I always tap this plus button, why didn't I think of just, you're telling me there was this page number thing? What? I'm mad. I'm really mad. So mad. You're telling me that this thing was here all along. You're telling me. I hate this. You're telling. I could have just done this. I could have just done this. All the books I've written in this thingy. You're telling me there was this. There was this. There was this. I'm gonna crash out. This is why this is here. That's why. Okay, what's the first story we are gonna write? And for whoever is on mobiles and like not on like Windows Macs or laptops or whatever, you can just tap this plus thing and go down and find page number if you didn't know. What is this? Nothing. Go back. Thank God there's this undo button up here that I can use. Okay, so I had some thinking processes and I was like, let's start with this story. The girl in the crowd. I think I told the story in the first episode where I'm gonna if I didn't say it or you didn't watch it, then I'm just gonna write it right now. Wait. The girl in the crowd. I'm gonna make it up. Okay, story by me, because I have to say whose story is it, because I'm gonna be putting a lot of stories and I have to mention whose story it is. It felt right when it was capitalized. I don't know why. Okay, because there's some people wondering about. Should I add emoji? I don't know. Okay, so let's start. And it's not gonna be here, it's gonna be here. Okay. How do I start the story? Should it be like one random day? Oh, a random, like, I don't know. One random day it was crowded and then a girl stopped to say my hair is pretty and then I complimented her back and okay, I really need to think before hitting record, because I think there's gonna be lots of cuts of me being like, okay, wait a second, okay, I'm gonna come back this way, you know. So, oh my god, my pencil fell. I don't know why I had a pencil when I'm literally typing on this thing, you know. Wait. Let's start with something like sometimes the smallest memories. Biggest memories start with the smallest moment, because this is what the story is about. One day during lunch break, the school hallway was very crowded. Please Spell check, please spell check something for me. Spell check, why is it not here? I think it still thinks I don't not have internet even though I do, you know? I think I have to exit the document and come back to it again, you know? There's still good in a minute. Print layout. Collection. What happened sometimes? Moments. What happened? Why is it like this? Okay. Oh. Print layout. And spell check. No spelling suggestions. Thank God. School hallway was very crowded, so I guess that was correct. And then, should I put a gap between them or no? Because this feels like too, you know. Should I put it in the middle? This one too. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna do it anyways. The internet went away again. Oh, why does this keep happening? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna come down. So. I thought the internet would come back, but it did not. But let me continue. Everyone was trying to get some, you know, just somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. It wasn't really having the best day. Right off the bat, I had a bad start to my day, so my mood was not really good throughout the day. So yeah, I wasn't having the best day. Then a younger girl, I don't know why. Why Kittle? Okay. I'm gonna do this. No, not that. This. Okay. How many times that? Okay. And I hope I'm using this thingy correct, the M dash correctly. Maybe in first or second day. Great. Am I okay today? Oh, that rhymed. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know, I feel like it's kind of wrong, so I'm just gonna do this. Go here, reach like this, and then like this. No. This reverse what I did. Okay, much better. No. Why didn't know? Should it be who I didn't know or who didn't know me? Who I didn't know. Who didn't know me? You know what? Who didn't know me at all? Who I didn't know at all? Who didn't know me at all? Yeah, I think that's better for the story. Yeah, the second option. Who didn't know me at all? Who didn't know me at all? stopped long enough to compliment me. Stop. No. I don't think there should be. To compliment me. To compliment me. That's enough of the screen recording. I'm tired. They're looking at me and oh my god. They're looking at me instead. Okay, who stopped long enough to compliment me, or is there enough light here? Yeah. Much better. Okay. Who stopped long enough to... Now the brightness is too much. Okay, this is better. Who stopped long enough to... I'm still debating whether to say compliment me or to tell me. You know, to come long enough to come. No, long enough to. Okay, I think it's kind of glitching. To tell me my hair looked very pretty. I still remember that moment. I was having a bad day and then someone stopped in the middle of a really crowded crowd to tell me my hair looked beautiful. Looked pretty, very pretty. I immediately... Oh my god, why is it in uppercase? I was writing it and suddenly autocorrect made it uppercase for some reason. Immediately gave her a compliment back before the crowd took us to different directions. I'm struggling to define my own story, but then when I have an idea on how to define it, it's like it sounds poetic, like some type of poetic, or like not, I don't know. Before the crowd, I made the document, the app, like, you know, my tablet has something called like floating screen and whatever. It's like, you know, you can on a laptop or whatever, and you can do that. In some specific apps, you can just do split screen or both, and a Windows floating screen. I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna while this thing is recording, I'm gonna do this thing. You know, wait. Screen record. Look. You cannot see what this thing up here, the thing, whatever, can see. I'm gonna stop screen recording because this is what I'm recording right now. What you are seeing right now has a different perspective, and it's gonna be saved as a video in another form. So when I'm editing it and putting all the clips together, it's gonna be kind of weird, you know. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna put it at the end and tell you what it really is. But I do like a photo screen, and the text are gonna be too small back before. Oh my god, there's some. It says I immediately give her, like the word give and her merged together. A compliment back before MMK. in lowercase. So why? So Amy, I'm gonna fix those problems before I create bigger problems for myself. If I'm gonna make this book, then I have to make it correct, okay? Before the crowd. Okay, I'm trying to find the word. What was that? I'm gonna ask my mom, just wait. Okay, I came back. If me and my mom don't remember certain English words, we ask each other. She asks it, and I ask her. I could have just asked ChatGPT. Yeah, I don't know either, so I think I'm just gonna use another word, maybe like carried us in different. Is it directions or directions? Oh my god, it was not typing. It was not typing for some. The crowd carried us in different directions or directions? Is it directions or directions? Or both of them correct, but one of them is British or like Australian or whatever. Okay, directions. Do you hear the sound of this or no? Do you hear it or no? And this keyboard did not. Oh, I'm gonna show you something cool. You know how it's look dark blue right now? It can change colors. Look, it's not yellow, pink, or purple, whatever. I don't know what color is it. Then red. See? I'm gonna make it black to dark blue, and then you can, and then in this here it's gonna change between two colors and no colors. Yeah, I bought this with my own money. There's a lot of things that I bought with my own money, you know. One of them is this, and another one of them is my tablet that I'm recording, and where are my headphones? Yes, my headphones too. And different directions, being never saw each other again. But months later, you know the time of the incident is when? It happened first semester of 5th grade. Right now it's summer holiday. Yes, this year was 5th grade. I'm going to 6th grade, but currently it's summer holiday, and that happened in the first semester. I still remember it to this day. I still remember it. We never saw each other again. Let me just put dots again. Dot. No, that's too much dots. You know, one dot is enough. Dot, because the next one, but months later. Dot. What just happened? What just happened? It went somewhere that I didn't. Okay, but months later. I still remember her kindness. I wrote remember. And kindness is correct, but remember I wrote REMBER instead of R. What was it? REME. No, it does not have 3 A's. I know that for No, that became 4 E's instead of remember. Ah, it's great. It's not the thing. How did I was spelling B with this? How? They gave us even harder words, and I still won. I do not know how. I don't know how. I still remember her kindness. I wanted to tap enter. What is it? Enter. But instead I tapped shift. I was tapping shift and I was like, why is it not going? Why isn't the thingy going there? And then I realized I was tapping shift. This happens a lot, like when I put on caps lock and then I wanna turn it off and I keep tapping shift instead, you know? I still remember her kindness. Sometimes one sentence is enough. You know, you cannot see I'm writing. Like you see I'm typing, but you do not see what I'm writing. So I could have just lied to you and said, oh, I spelled remember correct. Like all those incorrect things, I could have just brushed it off and be like, okay, I read everything perfectly. I'm such a perfect and good person in this world, and I never do any mistakes. You know, I could have just lied, but I didn't. Why would I lie? You know, later why? It's not necessary right now. One sentence is enough to stay with someone. Stay with someone forever. Okay, I loved how it turned out. I'm just gonna screen record and show it to you guys. Okay, so the girl started by me, and the song started with a small living. Sometimes one time isn't enough to stay with someone forever. Okay. Alright? Okay, so I wanna see there's still one. Okay, so it has look at the page numbers. I don't have to even write anything, thank God. When I didn't know how to put these page number thingies, I crashed that. Like I was like, why? Yeah, because these. Okay, so let me stop yapping. Whatever. Okay, time. Okay, I can write time of the incident. Time of the incident. Wait. First, no, I accidentally tapped caps lock instead of shift. No. First semester of 5th grade. And you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna put these things, but that's not what I originally wanted to say. I'm gonna put these things and wait, let me go here and then make it like this, you know? Should I make it bold? Oh yes, I can make it bold. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Look, the girl in the crowd, and that girl was so young. Like if my calculations are correct. Okay, this is not like it happened like 13 years ago and I'm being like, let me calculate how old she is now, because that just she's probably going to 3rd or 2nd grade now. And I'm sure she made another person happy too. But she was so beautiful. She was, I loved it. Okay, I wish we could meet again, but I never met her ever again. Not ever and ever. Look at this thing. It's look. Okay. This is this is not fair because I said the story in the first what was an episode of the series, and it's not gonna be fair if I just write it again, but in writing form. And this is a symbol for chapter 1 and for stories. There's the good in humanity by Rouge, and you know what? I'm also gonna do a second story. I'm gonna go do. Okay, let me see if it says 3. You said the same thing. I'm gonna go ask my mom what other story she has, and maybe think of any other story I do have. You cannot see, but this thing up here, the thing, whatever can see. I'm gonna. Originally, my mom didn't have any stories. Okay, I just thought of another. The thing is, I have a lot, but usually some of the CAP students and classmates and kids, like either kids and children, and it just really shows that some kids are really a beautiful part of nature, Some are like so cute and innocent. Some are so nice. I remember I was sick. I think I got the flu, when I was in school. I just got the flu. And I was trying to sleep, and it was lunch break, okay? Also, why is happening in the lunch breaks? I was like this. In my school, if you did this, it either meant you were crying or sleeping or tired, or if you have any other reasons, or like trying to close your eyes or doing a game. And I was doing that. I was trying to sleep. I was so sick, and the kids were making a lot of noise, but some of them recognized that I was sick, and I was sick. So one of the students, they went outside, and we were in the class, but if they went outside, I was still doing that, and they closed the lights. Oh, they were so kind. I still love them for that. And then there was this one girl who's related to me. Her name translates to Rain, so let's just call her Rain. I don't think this for privacy. She, whoever came in, and we kind of related. But it's a long story. And whoever came in, I just come outside, one of the troublemakers who came in, and she came outside, and then when the break finished, they all came in, and I realized what she saved me from. Screaming, and I was doing whatever, and I was still like that because I was super sad. My head was hurting, and I was just trying to sleep, And I don't know. I'm gonna include this story. I'm gonna include this story in the third episode. I'm gonna go search on Reddit. If I cannot, I'm gonna ask my best friend if she has any other stories that happened to her. But why do most of these involve kids? Is it saying do not trust the adults are the worst and the kids are the best? But I know kids might be a small percentage of our population, but they're 99% of our future, students. Oh my god, is this one through? I don't know how to do this line thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on Reddit or the internet, Google, and whatever other, but I think mostly Reddit is gonna have a billion stories, Twitter. I do not have those apps installed, but I would like to show you what I'm doing, and I'm gonna tell you that skins. But the thing is, I'm wearing shorts instead of pants, and I think you know why. You know what? I'm using this. Imagine my keyboard is here because my keyboard is here, but you cannot see it. I'm doing it on the keys. So I think I said the story of the girl in the crowd in episode 1, but like I explained it to you, because that's why I feel like it's unfair that in episode 2 it's still the same story, but on the thingy, you know, on the in text form. You can see the chair. I'm just having fun spinning around them. I have 2 discs. One of them was my parents', but they didn't need it, and they got their own disc, so now I have 2. And 1 chair. You're on one of them, the other one is right next to you over here. So, I'm gonna go check my articles, and I bet there's still 0 stories. If anybody watched the first episode, please go to the community post if you have any story of your own. Please. I need things to add in, and I was kind of frustrated that my mom didn't have any stories. And now I didn't be like, oh my god, why don't you have any stories? But I was like, are you sure? Are you sure there's no other stories, please? And she was like, you're very creative, why don't you come up with any stories? And I'm like, she said, you're creative? I immediately cut you off. I was like, these stories are based on real life situations that happened, okay? Well, it's not about being creative. I need real life scenarios. I'm trying to show the good side of humanity. Is that hard to understand? And yeah, I can answer that. It's not about being creative. And I'm gonna maybe go on the internet or Reddit and try to think of more stories of my own. But I don't want to only put my own stories. I want to put other people's stories. So I think I'm gonna only put 2 stories, and the second one is gonna be the one that I just told you now. But I'm not gonna. The series is not gonna be like this. In an episode, I'm telling the story, and then in the next episode, I'm writing it, and then I tell the story, and it's gonna be stuff, okay? Yeah. I wonder how many episodes this series is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna say multiple stories in one episode or one stories in one episode, but I'm sure we're gonna finish this. Love you, versus. See you next time. Have a nice day, evening, night, life, and love you. Bye. Love you, versus. And let's see what's gonna happen in episode 3. And I think in the next videos I'm gonna either be in the same home but home alone, or be in my grandparents' house or someone else's house, you know, because yeah, something happened, and I'm not gonna say what happened because we're not hanging out with relatives, so I'm not gonna just tell 2 strangers online. But yeah, you're not really just strangers, you're my verses in my universe. But I'm not gonna tell you guys because it's kind of private, but I might be in those places. I might be alone, you know. So yeah, see you in the next video in the return. Oh my god, that's a really good phone. I'm gonna use that next time.